What's up, guys? Don't mind my jank setup I got here in the car. It's all right. We're making it work. I just wanted to make a quick video today talking about a trend on YouTube regarding being the main character in your own life, right? Main character energy is what some people have been calling it as well. And just having the realization, right, that not only are you the main character in your life, but everybody else is the main character in their life. And this is where like respect comes in, you know? So I made a video on the channel a while ago, it might be over a year or so now, about being the main character in your own life. And this is something that I do think is significant, you know. I think that as weird as it sounds, it can be really easy to play a supporting role in your own life, meaning that you're just kind of sitting on the sidelines, that you're kind of letting things happen to you, that you're complacent almost, and just really passive and like not actively involving yourself in your own outcomes or the things that are happening to you. And I think that this is dangerous because a saying that I really appreciate that I've heard before is that if you don't steer your own ship, somebody else will. And you may not like where that person steers your ship. You know, like that's the only thing, right? Is that I think that it can be easier when somebody else is steering your ship. I think that it can make you feel less responsible because if something bad happens, you can be like, oh, well, like this wasn't really me. Like this other person is the one that caused all of this, but you gave that person the reins to your life, you know? And like that's a significant thing. And to be honest, I think that it's something too significant for somebody to not necessarily have control of themselves. And this is just even in the context of a relationship though, you know, this isn't saying that like if you're the sort of person that likes to place trust in your partner and you like allow them to make important decisions for both of you guys, that this is a bad thing. I don't think that that's bad at all. I think the important thing is like realizing that you still have a role in the fact that you are allowing this person that you're partnered up with to make those decisions. Therefore your choice is to allow this person to have that choice, you know. So like it's still not something where you can even blame the other person because you're willingly giving up that power yourself, you know. So going off of the main character energy thing, I think it's important to recognize too that you can't treat other people as though they're like bit actors or like side characters in your journey, you know. And I say this because I think that with some of these videos, like there's almost this attitude, and this isn't saying that this is what everybody's saying, you know, like now every video talking about being the main character in your own life isn't like trashing other people or like talking down to them or anything like that, you know. I don't want to be reductive or say or like oversimplify somebody's point to like make a straw man out of it just so I can like go in and make a video, you know. That's not what I want to do at all. But I think it's just significant to realize that the other people that you interact with as well, even like every stranger that you meet, every person that you have any sort of relationship with, and those that you don't, are also going down like their own path as well, you know. Like they got their own character arcs happening just like you got yours, right? Like they have their own character arc and everything happening too. Like they have their own challenges that you don't know about. They have their own friends and maybe they have their own enemies. They have their own weaknesses, strengths, like objectives, goals, all of that stuff, struggles. And I think that it's important, right, to just treat everybody as respectfully and how do I want to put it, man? You treat them respectfully and just be cognizant and aware that nobody is worth any less than you are, if that makes any sense, you know. Like just treating people as though they are just as significant as you are, because they are, man. And I think that this sort of attitude can help get us a long way, you know. I think that from what I've learned from just experience and the people that I look up to as like role models almost, and I shouldn't have said look up because that kind of goes against this whole philosophy that I'm about to espouse, right? I shouldn't say look up, but people that I look to as far as individuals of wisdom, right? They talk a great deal about not looking up at anyone and not looking down at anyone, you know, like the best way to move about the world and the way that you're going to have the most success is by realizing that you're on an even playing field with everyone. You know, there's nobody worse than you, there's nobody better than you, and if you can navigate the world with this sort of mindset, it breeds success. And that's just basically what I want to get into with this video, you know, is just acknowledging the fact that it's okay to be the main character of your own story. You should be the main character of your own story, but just also respecting the fact that everybody else is a main character too. And like, the narrative can get really, really cool, man, when you interact and like you have relationships with other people, but just don't go treating them like they're bit actors or bit roles, you know, like support each other, learn about other people. I feel like it's a good way to go about it, instead of treating some others as like a stepping stone into like your own journey or into your own goals. Like, people aren't stepping stones, man. Like, they got their own places that they're trying to be. So with that said, I'll get ready to get off of here, man. I appreciate you guys listening to me ramble, and I'll talk to you again in the next video. See ya.